Welcome to the Growing Your Business podcast. This is the show that dives into the big question, what's in it for me, for both the business and its customers? On each episode, we sit down with a business owner or leader to uncover their why, their values, and the stories that drive them to grow their business. Joining me today on the Growing Your Business podcast is my friend Brad Williams with Clear Choice Pool Care. How you doing, Brad?
Doing well. How are you, buddy? Thanks for having me.
Great. Glad to have you here. What is Clear Choice Pool Care? What do you do?
We are a full-service pool repair and maintenance company.
Okay.
Essentially what we do is we clean pools on a weekly basis, and when they have equipment issues, we repair them. Our primary objective is to just enhance the swimming pool experience for folks, make it to where they don't have to think about their pool as much. They don't have to worry about it anymore.
Your general area that you service is North Dallas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, basically the South Lake,
here.
a lot of pools. There are
Yeah.
a lot of pools. We would generally service the South Lake Keller areas, the Flower Mound areas, and then Frisco, Plano, McKinney areas.
Who can you help the most?
Well, anybody who owns a house with a swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do commercial pools at this time. So really, yeah, if you own a pool and you're looking to spend less time maintaining it,
Yeah.
and you don't want to worry about it anymore, that is the perfect person to give us a call.
What are the challenges in owning a pool in the North Texas area?
Oh, gosh.
I mean, our seasons are different. You know, if you're listening
Yeah.
to this elsewhere in the country, Texas has different seasons than you do, probably.
Right, and every season presents its own challenges.
Yeah.
So a lot of the challenges are associated with having the time to do it consistently, having the time to maintain it and follow a very systemized steps to keep the pool clean and circulating every week. And if you miss a couple weeks, things can kind of get out of hand quickly. So that's the first challenge I see homeowners have, is they don't have the time for it. The second challenge I see is, well, if they do have the time for it, sometimes they don't necessarily know what to do to fix a problem. Some algae pops up and they're not sure what to do to fix it. And the thing with the pool is a small problem can turn into a big one quite rapidly. So a lot of times when homeowners are calling us, they've found themselves in this situation. Now, we service 850 pools every single week. We've been doing this for 10 years, over 10 years now. So we've seen it all. Any problem they call us with, we're able to help them out.
Tell me a story about the extremes and how quickly it can go bad.
One of the common things we see if we talk about seasons is in spring. So we have a lot of wind and debris and rain that runs off into the pool, and a perfectly chemically balanced pool can get out of hand extremely fast. And so one of the most extreme situations I see is a pool that is blue one day and green the next.
Goodness.
And
That's
and
not
then
a good sign.
the homeowner, the solution usually is they go to Leslie's, and Leslie's is selling them a bunch of chemicals, but really the problem is much deeper than that. They could have a problem with the filter. The filter might need to be cleaned after the storm event. So those are really the most extreme situations. Is in the springtime when a pool goes from blue to green, and the homeowner just really has no idea what to do.
There are a lot of parts to a pool to make it work. Like you
Absolutely.
mentioned, talk to me about
It's the most complex.
the mechanical process and the equipment you use and recommend to keep your pool functioning. I guess a stirring, vacuuming. What are talk to me about all of those tools that are involved.
Okay. There's the pool is it is the most complex system in the house, more complex than HVAC systems.
Really?
There's
Yeah.
hundreds and hundreds of different little operations that are happening with the pool that have to fire correctly each time to keep that pool crystal clear. The pool is always wanting to turn green,
Mhm.
and the job of the equipment is to prevent that from happening.
Right.
So what we do is we have a proven process, a system that keeps these pools clean and clear and ready for folks to swim. We have a checklist of about 21 things we do. Every pool is different, so I say about. So some are salt systems, some aren't, for example. And what we do is we have the best toys in the industry to keep the pools clean. We use hammerhead vacuums to keep them clean. We use we have state-of-the-art salt system meters, so we can actually digitally test the meters. We also, the basics help too, just your basic net and pole. But more than the equipment, it's what you're doing. We focus on three things: chemistry, cleaning, and circulation. And there's about, like I said, about 21 things that go into those 3 topics. So we're making sure that the equipment is circulating the water properly. We're cleaning the debris out of the pool. We're cleaning the debris off the bottom of the pool, vacuuming and brushing, making sure that algae can't grow. And then we're also keeping the pool chemically balanced, so it's safe for swimmers.
Now, I've seen trends in pools, like different types of surfaces, even like the bottom surface and the coverings and whatnot. What are these surfaces? I mean, some that are like textured and whatnot. What surfaces do you run into the most trouble with when cleaning a pool?
The ones that we run in the most trouble with.
Or would you recommend against being
So
because there are
there's
people who sell you a pool, and there are people like yourself who have to take care of it.
great question. We can take care of any surface.
Yeah.
Any surface will work. Now, however, if you're in the market to replaster a pool, or you're buying a new pool, there's typically 3 classes of surfaces. There's white plaster, there's quartz-based surfaces, and then there's pebble surfaces. 10 out of 10, I would recommend pebble surfaces. They last the longest, they have the fewest issues, and they just look great. And most people are afraid that they're rough. They're really not. If you're afraid of how rough they are, just go run your hand over one, and you can get the mini pebble, which is very smooth.
Yeah. I would have thought the opposite, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Just think from a cleaning standpoint.
The pebble surfaces are the best.
How
Yeah,
about
and they last forever. They're bulletproof.
Yeah. As a homeowner with a pool, what are the things I should consider?
In terms
rates.
in terms of
What's it going to
in
cost me
terms
if
of
I have
service. Yeah, so we don't build or remodel pools. We know a lot of people who do, but in terms of just service, what we're looking at is, yes, we're looking at the volume of the pool. We're looking at the landscaping around the pool, and we're looking at the actual pool equipment itself to determine what a fair rate would be to clean it. And we bill out monthly, but we come every week. And it's a
Great.
flat monthly rate, so folks can just budget it in.
How do people engage with your service?
Yeah, great question. It's super simple.
Yeah.
All they got to do is Google Clear Choice Pool Care, and we'll pop up, and then they can either call us and we schedule the phone, or they can submit a form to contact us, and then we'll go into the scheduling process. Once we get you scheduled, then our guy, one of our technicians, will head out to the house, have a look at whatever issue is going on with the pool, and then communicate very clearly what's going on. So if it's for a repair, like if you're looking for a repair, it's different than if you're looking for a weekly service. Different scheduling process and troubleshooting process. But if you're looking for a repair, our repair technician he'll come out. They're non-commissioned, so that there's no incentive for them to try to sell our customers anything that they don't need. And that's something a lot of other pool companies do in our industry. Is the only way they know how to incentivize their people is through commission. And we believe in doing the right thing. As a core value of ours is just to do the right thing, and we hire, fire, and promote based on that principle. And so non-commissioning them makes perfect sense. They go out and they just give the most honest recommendation, even if it's not the most quote unquote profitable for the company. The objective is just give the right repair.
That's terrific. Service before the sale.
Yeah. A lot of the finance folks don't agree with that model, but it's worked for us.
Yeah. Trust and building trust, right?
Absolutely.
So in Texas, we have a lot of critters. And would you recommend, let's say I have a pool and I've discovered there's something swimming in there that is not something I want to deal with. Are you the people to call, or would you recommend another number?
Yeah, we can help with that.
Okay.
Yeah, we might, depending on what kind of critter it is, we might not
Let's say
be
a
able
snake.
A snake,
let's throw one out there.
absolutely. Yeah, we can if we can catch it, we can get the snake out of the pool. But, even we've had folks want to drain their pool after like a raccoon has died in their pool. And really, yeah, we can do that, but just a good chemical balance and a shocking of the pool to sanitize the water will do the trick. So if they've had a critter fall in their pool, yeah, absolutely, give us a call, and we can make sure the pool is safe and ready to swim following that event.
Stay with us. The Growing Your Business podcast will return right after this. Ready to amplify your brand's voice? At Blue Mike Studios, we transform your ideas into captivating podcasts and videos. Whether you're launching your own show or guest starring on ours, we've got you covered. From recording and editing to social media promotion. With state-of-the-art 4K video and crystal clear audio, your content will shine. We offer guest packages on our podcasts and offer segments from the show for you to share. Or Let us help you build your own branded podcast with custom strategy, branding, and full production support. Visit BlueMikeStudios.com today and let your voice be heard. Please check our show notes for sponsorship links and additional details. Now, back to the Growing Your Business podcast with Buddy Broyles. So tell me about how you educate your clients.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of it is in our, there's multiple ways, loaded question.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so when we initially go out there and meet the home, someone's looking for pool service, if they want to know anything about their pool, we're happy to go over that. Like any question at all. We even have documented procedures on how to care for a pool.
Terrific.
The other side of the education is, you have a pool issue, and we educate on the options of here's what's happened, here's the options we recommend, and also this is how we could prevent it in the future. So we educate in that way. But we also have a newsletter we send out. So there was a recent freeze that happened here in Texas.
Oh yeah, we get that every year.
Every year. So like clockwork, when that's coming, we send all of our customers a very detailed explanation of what to expect during a freeze and what to do. And in the event that something does happen, let's say the power goes out like it did a couple years ago, here's exactly how to protect your pool equipment from damage should the power go out and your freeze protect can't run. So during these weather events, we're educating our customers on how to protect their equipment.
So Brad, you're talking about all the different things you do. What do you enjoy most? We're both people here, and there's a service you provide to your customers, but what about it do you enjoy the most?
Yeah, there's a lot of things I enjoy. But I would say there's two things that really stand out to me. One is I love the challenge of entrepreneurship. I love just figuring things out, and that challenge keeps me going every day. And then the result of that challenge is seeing how people enjoy their pool more on a day-to-day, weekly basis when they come from their company or they come from an environment where they're doing it themselves, and they can just really see the difference. I love when our guys go in and solve a problem that other companies couldn't solve, and them coming back to the shop and just they're so happy that, hey, this guy has been dealing with this problem for 3 years, and they're like sometimes the homeowners are almost in tears because we've been able to solve it, and in one day their pool's going from cloudy to clear because we were able to do that for them. So I love knowing that the people who we service have a better quality of life.
That's terrific.
As a result of the challenges through growing a business.
Excellent. So if I'm a homeowner, I'm just standing there with my hand on my hips, shaking my head, looking at my pool, what would you recommend I do?
Well, if it depends on how much time you want to spend thinking about your pool. If you want to try to solve it on your own, there are tools online to help you. AI has a lot of good tips. There are Leslie's there that can run the water samples for you. But if you don't want to mess with it, and if you want to get it done right the first time, I would suggest that you call a company, a pool service company, and you should look at their reviews.
Yeah. So
check out the reviews, and what you're looking for in the reviews are signs that they're consistent, that they communicate, and that they do right by their customers. And it's pretty easy through Google reviews to kind of tell if the company's on point or not.
Yeah, valid point. Excellent. Well, Brad, I appreciate you coming in today and just telling us about what you can do for your customers and the fact that you enjoy it. We're people first, right? So
yeah.
If you love what you do, they say you never work a day in your life, right?
Absolutely.
But we're all working to do, toward a good, and having a clean pool that you can enjoy with your family is definitely a good.
We're a force for good in the community. Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us today on the Growing Your Business podcast. Please see the show notes for links to our sponsors, our social media, and to learn more about today's guest.